Goodbye YouTube, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. Hopefully y'all are having a good day today, and for those of you who are off school, hopefully y'all are enjoying your break. Now before I get into talking about the team preview, I want to ask you guys, why did you subscribe to me? Just because I'm at 4,000 subscribers, I always kind of like to know a reason why you guys subscribe to me, because personally I don't know why, but just leave a comment down below saying why. And yeah, unfortunately I don't have a holiday special for you guys today. I just got a regular Yu-Gi battle, but it was a very, very fun and close one, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Anyways, there really wasn't much to say about the team preview, although the one threatening thing on his team was going to be that Shaman, so I definitely have to watch out for that. Also, the Crocodile could prove to be a bit of a nuisance, but I should be able to work around those two. Anyways, I lead off with my Scarf Tini as he leads off with the Zapdos. Right off the bat, I go for the V-Crate, and I get a crit, which I know I should feel bad considering that it's very first turn of the game and I got a crit, but hey, I never get hacks, so quite frankly, I don't give a damn. I'm such an asshole, oh my god. I know somebody's gonna get mad about that, but whatever. So he's gonna bring in the Snorlax. I don't want to take a body slam, so I switch directly on to Sour Bitch, aka Sour, aka Sour Bouse. And I'm gonna go for the taunt just to prevent him from cursing up anymore, because Curselax is literally one of the most scariest Pokemon in the Yu-Gi tier, and when I see this thing set up in my face, I get terrified and just want to rage quit. Thankfully, I got the Curse Body hacks as he went for the Earthquake. The following turn he's going to go for the Body Slam. Not really too sure why. I guess maybe thought I would switch out considering that Frostlass really cannot do anything to Snorlax. Then again, I can always just use Snorlax as setup fodder to get up my hazards, so it really isn't that big of a deal. As he brings in the Rotom, I thought the way he brought it in that he would be Scarf, but it turns out that he's more of a bulky variant. As he goes for the Will-O-Wisp on my switching to my Victini, and unfortunately because Rotom is a bulky spread, this means that this thing is going to be a whole lot harder to take down, but if I'm able to get up my Stealth Rocks, due to the fact that he does not have a Rapid Spinner, they will be here to stay, and I won't have to worry about Rotom constantly switching in. And I know you guys are wondering, why did you bring in Gligar and Rotom when he could have burned you? Because I just really wanted to toxic the Rotom. Like, honestly, I don't really care if Gligar gets burned. I mean, it's only going to be here to take hits from the Crocodile, which even then, Crocodile will always switch out on Gligar, so it really wasn't that big a video. And then my Victini Scarf for that Cobalion. But yeah, anyways, he brought in Shaman. As I switched into my Victini, I thought he would go for the Seed Flare. It turns out that he actually goes for the Hidden Power Ice, and now I will be able to go for the U-turn considering the switch out to Rotom or Snorlax is very obvious. And I'm going to U-turn out to my Hitmontop, thinking that this close combat would kill. Snorlax lives on 2% and he's going to be able to paralyze me, which means he is now going to be able to go for the rest, be brought up to full HP, and then if I get paralyzed, this thing is going to be annoying. Thankfully, I don't get paralyzed, get off about 60% with the close combat. As the following turn, I really have no reason not to go for the close combat considering that he does not have Sleep Talk because he has Curse, Rest, Earthquake, and Body Slam, so I really had nothing to worry about it. As he brings in the Shaman, it also lives on 1%, and then he's going to go for the rest. So, I'm sorry, but that really frustrated me just because, as I said, Shaman is one of the two major threats on his team, but it's fine. I bring in my Victini, make a very stupid play, and go for the trick when, in all honesty, I should have just U-turned out and not been an idiot and predicted the Rotom or Snorlax switch in, trying to cripple it. And if you're wondering why I have Fusion Bolt, it's because I had this battle, I believe, a week before Bolt Strike was released on Victini. So yeah, don't think I'm an idiot for not carrying Bolt Strike, it's just that Victini didn't have it when this battle was taken. Anyways, a U-turn out, knock out the Snorlax, and honestly, whatever I bring in will lure in a threat, so I thought that Frostlass at this point was the most useless thing on my team. I mean, she already got up 2 layers of spikes, which is more than I could have asked for her, so it really isn't that big of a deal. As he brings in the Crocodile, I actually get the Curse Body hacks, which I found to be a bit funny just because it honestly does not matter, because either way, Gligar is the perfect switching to this Crocodile. As I get on my Stealth Rocks, he's actually going to bring in the Shaman. Obviously, I don't want to take a Hidden Power Ice because he revealed it to me earlier. Above that, he could also go for the Sea Flare. So I decided to switch into my Hitmontop basically as Death Fodder, but he actually over-predicts and predicts me to bring in my Victini, thinking he would go for the Hidden Power Ice again, or maybe even possibly the Sea Flare. Knowing that a Seed Flare will take me out, I decided to just go for the Sucker Punch to get off a bit of damage on the Shaman, because hopefully I will knock it down to a point where any one hit from any one of my Pokemon will finish it off after switching to the hazards. In this turn, I bring in my Victini, go straight for the V-Crate, make another stupid play, completely forgetting about the fact that, hey, I tricked off my Scarf to Snorlax earlier on in the battle. and he's able to pain split and get off a decent amount of HP from my Victini. As this turn I am at -2 special defense, so obviously I do not want to take a Thunderbolt or Volt Switch to the face, so I decided to switch directly onto my Raikou. Unfortunately, because I am not Specs, I am actually Expert Belted. This Thunderbolt is not going to be a 1-hit KO, but it will be a 2-hit KO, so it really isn't that big of a deal. Unfortunately, he is able to burn me, which I don't really know how much is going to come into play, as you're about to see this turn. He's actually going to bring in the Crocodile, and honestly I thought whatever move he went for would kill my Raikou, so I decided to just stay in, go for the Hidden Power Ice on the off chance that maybe he did pursue it and I did live, but no, he goes straight for the crunch, gets a crit, which I'm pretty positive did not matter just because Crocodile has a pretty good physical attack stat, so it really isn't that big of a deal. And I'm just going to switch back onto my Gligar, and instead of going for the Toxic, predicting him to bring in the Shaman, I'm actually going to go for the Earthquake, thinking that once he brought in Shaman, I will be able to finish it off with a combination of hazards and the damage of Earthquake, as he brings the Cobalion, obviously predicting me to go for Toxic, because why else would you bring in a Cobalion on a Gligar, considering that last time he switched in Shaman, I went for Toxic. As he brings in Shaman, go for Earthquake, and again, this damn little Hedgehog lives on 1%. Why do I always have troubles against Shaman? I'm not complaining, I'm not bitching, I'm just saying this thing is fucking annoying. Okay, maybe I'm complaining a little, but hey, it's fine. You guys are watching my battle, hopefully you're enjoying it, and just whatever, I'm in a good mood. Anyways, he went for the rest as I brought in my Umbreon, switching to my Gligar, go for the Earthquake, and actually stays in, which is not a bad play whatsoever, because he knows that my Umbreon and my Gligar can literally do nothing to the Shaman. And if you're wondering why I didn't switch into my Umbreon on the Shaman and just left in Gligar for Death Rod, is because if I brought in Umbreon and went for the foul play, he could have predicted that and brought in Cobalion, getting the justified boost in the following turn, going for Swords Dance and possibly sweeping me. So I thought the best play for me to do was to just fodder off Gligar, as I get a free switch into my Victini, go straight for the V-Crate, and now he's going to be able to bring in the Crocodile. But because the pursuit is so obvious, I know he's not going to go for it, so I'm actually going to switch directly out into my Umbreon, as he does actually over-predict and go for the Earthquake. And here is the key play of this battle. Now, because Umbreon's only attack is foul play, as I mentioned earlier, I know he's going to want to bring in Cobalion to take the foul play, get the justified boost, and Swords Dance on my switch out. So what I'm going to do is make a very risky double switch out into my Victini, predicting him to bring in Cobalion, and thankfully he does, and that play right there is going to enable me to win this battle. As he goes for the Stone Edge, he did miss. Now, before anybody says that mattered, no, it didn't, because at the amount of HP that I was at, I easily would have been able to take it. And with Cobalion gone, his last is going to be the Crocodile, which my Umbreon can deal with one-on-one, even if he locks himself into the Earthquake. I decided to switch out, knowing that he would just go for the Crunch or the Pursuit more than likely, but honestly I should have just stayed in, especially if he did go for the Earthquake. Luckily that isn't the case. He did go for the Pursuit, as I bring in my last, which is Umbreon. Even with a crit Pursuit at +1, it will not take out Umbreon, and I can win the battle for a very narrow 1-0 victory in my favor. So yeah, definitely a close, crazy game. A whole lot of fun though. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, you know what to do at this point. Don't forget to comment down below on why you guys subscribe to me, because I'm always curious to know why you guys did. Enjoy the rest of your break, enjoy the rest of your holiday, enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I do believe I'm out of here. Haha, later.